Hello everyone, my name is Skylin, and today I'm going to be talking about quantum physics, and specifically quantum mechanics. This presentation will be on how it can improve and possibly be the cure to cancer. When people think about medicine in modern society, some subjects that may come to mind are biology and chemistry, which makes sense. Biology is the study of living organisms, and medicine is about treating the human body. Chemistry studies reactions between different molecules, and therefore is one of the major subjects for helping develop drugs and different treatments for countless diseases. However, there has been a growing interest in integrating quantum mechanics into medicine. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics that studies how small particles, like electrons, photons, and atoms, behave. Quantum mechanics explains the rules of the universe at the smallest scales. These principles open new ways to look at biology and medicine at scales and precision we have never seen before. In an article titled, "It's Time to Go Quantum in Medicine," it states, "New quantum technology and applications in the clinical sciences have demonstrated that understanding quantum mechanics can pose great benefits in learning more about cancer, telomere reduction, and the neurological framework of the human brain." Bringing together the field of medicine and the field of quantum physics can produce a greater understanding of how certain diseases come to be and how we can treat them in the future. In this presentation, I am going to focus on the different quantum technologies and how they can be applied to cancer treatment. The first way quantum mechanics can help with cancer treatment is through better imaging and detection with quantum sensors. Quantum sensors are very sensitive devices that use the concepts of quantum mechanics to measure extremely small changes in physical quantities such as magnetic fields, temperature, or energy levels. Unlike usual sensors, quantum sensors can notice changes at the atomic or molecular level, making them very precise. In cancer research and medicine, this level of sensitivity lets doctors and scientists detect very early changes in cells, such as tiny changes in their magnetic or chemical environment. That could signal the beginning of stages of cancer. This makes quantum sensors powerful tools for early diagnosis, long before tumors become visible on standard scans. Also, they can be used to monitor how a patient's tumor responds to treatment in real time, allowing for faster and more personalized medical decisions. The impacts this would have are earlier diagnosis of cancer, better monitoring of tumor growth, and better response to treatment. A real-world example of this is using quantum-enhanced MRIs or magnetometers in preclinical testing. What is an MRI? An MRI is a non-invasive imaging technique that uses magnetic fields and radio waves to create detailed images of internal body structures, particularly soft tissues like the brain. In classical MRIs, the precision and resolution are limited by thermal noise and how well the system can detect small magnetic signals from atomic nuclei. In a quantum-enhanced MRI, you can use quantum sensors like NV sensors and Diamond, which I will explain shortly, to detect extremely weak magnetic fields with much greater sensitivity and spatial resolution. A magnetometer measures the strength and direction of magnetic fields. A quantum-enhanced magnetometer uses quantum properties like superposition, entanglement, or spin coherence to achieve unprecedented sensitivity, down to the femtotesla range, far more sensitive than classical sensors. A femtotesla is an incredibly small, almost undetectable unit of magnetic field strength. This is such a minute amount of magnetism that it can only be detected with specialized, ultra-sensitive equipment, and it's relevant only in highly advanced fields of science and medicine. How quantum enhancements work. NV centers. NV stands for nitrogen vacancy. These are defects in diamond crystals where a nitrogen atom replaces a carbon atom next to a vacancy. NV centers have electron spins that can be manipulated and read out using lasers and microwaves. These spins are sensitive to magnetic fields at the quantum level, allowing for high-resolution imaging of magnetic fields generated by neurons, tissues, or even single molecules. These can be used in quantum magnetometers or integrated into MRI systems to increase spatial resolution and sensitivity, possibly detecting things conventional MRIs cannot. This method is in preclinical trials, meaning it's currently being evaluated in laboratory or animal studies before human clinical trials. Some key definitions are superposition, which means a quantum system, like an electron or qubit, can exist in multiple states at once. Example, an electron spin can be both up and down at the same time until measured. This is unlike classical systems, which are always in one state or another. Entanglement, when two or more quantum particles become strongly linked, the state of one instantly affects the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. Measuring one particle's state tells you the others, even across large distances. Spin coherence refers to how long a quantum system, like an electron spin, can maintain its quantum state before it gets disturbed by its environment, which is decoherence. The longer the coherence time, the better the performance for quantum sensing in computers. A ResearchGate article says quantum sensors can improve diagnostic resolution beyond classical limits. An explanation of the photo is the sharp needle-like structure is a diamond tip with a defect called an NV center. These are embedded just below the surface of the diamond and used as local probes. Below the diamond tip, you can see a surface with molecules. That's the red pool you see down there. These molecules emit tiny magnetic signals from their nuclei. This image shows how the NV center in the diamond can detect the weak magnetic fields from nearby atomic nuclei. DNP means dynamic nuclear polarization. It transfers polarization from electrons, which are much more magnetic, to nuclei, which are much less magnetic. When DNP is off, polarization cannot occur, the magnetism is weak, and it shows baseline performance. When DNP is on, electrons transfer their nuclear polarization to the nucleus, causing stronger magnetism and enhanced sensitivity. What makes it quantum enhanced? Well, conventional MRIs need lots of molecules, billions, to get a signal. Quantum enhanced MRI, using NV centers, can detect signals from just a few atoms or even a single molecule. Targeted treatment using quantum dots. Quantum dots are incredibly small, semiconductor particles just a few nanometers in size. They have unique optical and electronic properties due to their quantum scale behavior. When exposed to light, they can emit wavelengths of color, making them useful for imaging inside the body. In cancer treatment, quantum dots can be engineered to bind specifically to cancer cells by attaching molecules that recognize tumor-specific markers. Once bound, they can serve two major purposes. First, as fluorescent tags that help doctors visualize and track cancer cells with extreme precision, and second, as delivery vehicles for chemotherapy, drugs, or other treatments. This targeted approach allows medications to be released directly at the tumor site, reducing damage to healthy tissue and minimizing side effects. Because of their precision and flexibility, quantum dots are becoming a powerful tool in both diagnosing and treating cancer more effectively. This is a graph of a quantum dot and the different applications it can be used to do. The top center shows drug tracking and monitoring. Quantum dots emit fluorescent light so scientists can track where the drug is going and how it is released over time using imaging techniques. The top left is a biosensor. Quantum dots can be used in biosensors to detect specific biological molecules. For example, they might cling to certain cancer markers or pH changes and then emit a fluorescent signal, helping with early detection or diagnosis. The bottom left shows in vivo imaging. In vivo means inside a living organism. Quantum dots can help visualize drug distribution, tumor locations, or blood vessels. This helps doctors monitor how well treatments are targeting the correct areas in the body. Bottom right is in vitro imaging. In vitro means outside of the body, such as in test tubes or tissue cultures. Quantum dots are used to label and image cells and tissues, subcellular structures, and are great for lab research and testing drug effects before human trials. Top right shows a theranostic approach. Theranostics is therapy plus diagnostics. Quantum dots can deliver drugs and help monitor the response to treatment. They can enter the cancer cell, an example through endosomes, release drugs in response to a trigger like low pH, and help track results. Radiation therapy through quantum physics. The current issues with radiation therapy are damage to nearby healthy tissue and imprecise energy distribution. Improved radiation therapy through quantum physics involves quantum models to better understand and control how radiation interacts with cancerous and healthy tissue. Traditional radiation therapy often damages surrounding healthy cells because it lacks the precision to fully cut off cancer cells. Quantum physics helps by contributing more accurate calculations of particle behavior at the atomic level, allowing for tighter targeting of tumors and more precise energy delivery. Quantum enhanced systems can model how radiation will react in the body, potentially adjusting doses in real time to increase effectiveness while minimizing side effects. This could lead to treatments that are not only more effective at killing cancer cells, but also much safer and more personalized for patients. This photo is an image of targeted radiation being applied to the body. An article titled Quantum Computing in Medicine states, quantum-guided treatment can potentially improve accuracy and minimize harm to surrounding tissues. Conclusion. In conclusion, quantum mechanics is opening new doors in the fight against cancer. Whether it's through earlier detection with quantum sensors, more precise imaging using quantum enhanced MRIs, targeted treatment with quantum dots, or safer radiation therapy, the potential is immeasurable. While some of these technologies are still in early stages, the research is already showing that quantum physics could drastically change how we understand, diagnose, and treat cancer. As we continue to explore quantum mechanics, we move closer to a future where cancer could be managed more effectively or even cured. Thank you.